You always have a platform here. Yes, News Nation, the Rehabilitation and Jobs Program for washed up sex pests. I love how self-righteous Fredo is. How he's like, this is about what's right and wrong. You're a racist, sir. I don't know how I never noticed before how incredibly fucking racist Chris Cuomo is. Now, quickly before we come back over to Powder here, I want you to listen to the way that he talks about the Palestinians.
We thought we were gonna have a ceasefire. Hamas is still in power. And they're still holding hostages. And their own people are still paying a horrible price for their actions.
I saw a video today of a refugee camp that was bombed, and all the dead little boys that were laying on the ground, one of them was missing a piece of his skull. And as horrifying as the video was of the dead boys, looking at the ones who were still alive, looking at their bodies, and knowing that they're going to have to live with that. From the same attack, and I know it's hard to keep up because the terrorist regime attacks them literally every day, the father was holding his dead son in his arms while the son next to him, who was still living, was screaming. If you don't already follow the account Gaza Notifications on X, I would implore you to. But my point was, look at the way he talks about the Palestinians. He puts no responsibility on the Israeli regime brutalizing, occupying power that is carrying out this Holocaust to a population that is trapped in a cage. The regime that their own soldiers have admitted that they play squid games like red line, green line, and shoot Palestinians as they desperately try to get aid. But to Cuomo, the occupier, the militarized power that's murdering all of them, has no responsibility. The way he presents is all the horror that the Palestinians have been enduring is somehow their own fault. Who could defend that? Oh wait, I found someone. Sorry, wrong guy. This is the other one who signed on to voluntarily defend a genocidal war criminal in the ICC case. A scholar on genocide wrote a guest essay in the New York Times today detailing exactly why this is genocide. And I'm glad he wrote it, but you know what? The New York Times is way too fucking late on this. The New York Times, along with all the other corporate media fucking outlets, have been running cover for genocide this entire time. Ah! He made that face, bro. But for some reason, he's being brought on as some kind of voice of reason. But seriously, though, why does he love sex predators so much? Family excluded. He loves having people like Alan Dershowitz on his show, who just recently wrote an article about how the age of consent, isn't it too high? The racism just like pours out of Chris Cuomo. Like the way the contempt and the way he dehumanizes Arab people, Palestinian people, Muslim people, like, it's just so fucking disgusting. People are gonna look back at interviews like this and be like, holy shit. But yes, let's get Chucky the culture vulture, who regularly engages in dehumanizing racism and genocidal language, to talk about hate. I love this part at the end where he starts whining about how there needs to be more education about Zionism, as if we don't have that shit enough. No, you guys can't stop with the propaganda and the Hasbara, okay? We've seen enough of your fucking lies and gaslighting. We don't need any more. Free Palestine. And may it become unacceptable to be an open bigot, racist, and Islamophobe, and to go on TV and do this. Indigenous to Palestine, Lamau. Bro is so fucking white, he makes Chris Cuomo look Mexican.